Hello everyone. Today we have Shailender Choudhary sir, rank 362 in UPSC CSE 2024. Sir, please introduce yourself.
Hi guys, as ma'am already told, so this year fortunately I have secured All India rank 362 in UPSC Civil Services examination. So I'm basically from Narsinghpur district of Madhya Pradesh, from where I done my school education. In my graduation I had done BTech in Civil Engineering from NIT Bhopal. And after my college, I didn't join the placement company. I went back to my home and started preparing for the exam. So that had been my journey.
Okay, sir. That was a good journey. So, when you saw your name in the list, what was your reaction? How did you feel?
सो मैम इनिशियली तो लाइक जब देखा तो आई सॉ इट ऑन टेलीग्राम, तो मैंने फिर दो तीन ग्रुप्स पे चेक किया. आई थॉट कि फेक पीडीएफ तो नहीं है. सो बट फिर चेक किया. आई वाज लाइक इट वाज देखा एंड लाइक जब कंफर्म हो गया कि इट इज मी, देन इट वाज लाइक लिटरली, मतलब आई कांट एक्सप्लेन इट इन वर्ड्स. इट्स दैट काइंड ऑफ रिएक्शन. It's something like it's great feeling, to be very frank. It's something like that.
It is a great feeling though. So, now the credit of your journey goes to.
I don't think that I can give in discrete terms that who the credit goes to. Obviously, it goes to, first of all, तो भगवान की कृपा है कि हो गया है. My parents' struggle was there, a lot struggle, and the mentors, teachers. But at the same time, I also want to thank like those people who made the journey very easy. Say, for example, the photocopy Xerox guy. Matlab, to be very frank, I was living at my home. So at my home, there is not much facilities of these things. So there was this one shop, and I just have to WhatsApp him, and the Xerox is ready. He was that supportive. So these things are there. So literally, it's the whole ecosystem that makes it possible, and not, I can't say like 2 or 3 people made it possible. So I think that's the case.
That's a real good answer though. So now the inspiration of your journey, where did you get inspired from?
Sure. So like it was in my third year of my college, wherein I have to think like what exactly I have to do for my career. Civil engineering had always been an option, but somewhere in my mind, right from the beginning, right from my childhood, there's this thing in my home like civil services, civil services. So then I thought in third year, let's give it a try, and I was in guidance of some of my seniors who proved to be very helpful to me. So therein I decided, and after the college, I even I didn't join the company in which I was placed and continued with the journey.
Oh, that's good. So why the hype of UPSC? You have given the exam, you are a ranker now. What's the hype behind it?
I think the hype is because the responsibilities and the variety of things which you can do in this service. It's immense. Um, every job is great, but when you are in this job in the civil services, then the domain in which you can work is quite wide. So since it's wide, so many people look into it. So I think that justifies the hype which UPSC has.
Okay, sir. So you have given a one previous attempt, right?
Yes.
So what was your learning from your past attempts?
Actually, the first attempt which I gave it directly after my college. So I was not that well prepared per se. I had the basic understanding, but I was not well prepared, to be very frank. So when I gave the exam, and I was not very well prepared. So after I came to know that nothing is going to work here. So I took some time to reconcile me, and then started working on it. This time I was like doing full time this thing only. I was in guidance of like very dedicated mentors. Was in regular touch with them. I think this consistency is something which proved to be helpful.
Okay, sir. And what were the things that you worked upon?
I think I didn't did anything extra. I just did what my mentors told. Say for example, completing the syllabus, doing PYQs, solving tests. I think that's all I did. Since I don't have any particular answer, ki I asked Shaktiman or something like that. I don't have that answer. I just did basic things.
Okay. And what actually worked for you in all the three domains?
Well, to be very frank, I was not even sure in my prelims that I will make through it.
Okay.
Neither I was in my mains and nor I was in my interview.
Okay.
Okay, so there's this thing of uncertainty at every stage of this exam. Now, if you are asking, I can't say what worked. I just say what I did. Okay, so I just did what my mentors told to me. Like if they said you need to solve these many questions, I made sure that I solved 60 to 80% of the questions they are telling. And even if I am not able to solve, not able to complete targets, I made sure told them so that they can devise alternate strategy for me. I was in regular touch with them. That's what I think they were able to plan things more wisely.
Okay. Would you like to tell us 3 things that an aspirant should do?
Hmm. 3 things. I think definitely in this exam syllabus is the thing that they must do. Then the PYQs are there. Uh, and I think correct guidance. Matlab, just don't go anywhere since because they are claiming that they are guiding. Go for
Right.
genuine guidance. Go
Yes.
for things wherein value and quality is being added. Don't just kill your time.
Okay. Genuinity is hard to find, but you need to find it, right? For a proper guidance.
I definitely think in this particular exam, it's the case with everything, I guess. Everything, if you have a guide, so it becomes easy. But in this exam, it becomes more important to have a good guide because many non-genuine guides are there. So you are very prone
That's
to
true.
get misguided, and that's the worst thing you can have in this thing.
Okay. And 3 things one must avoid during the preparation.
I think the answer lies just the opposite of answer I gave. But surely I think now there this can be answer like we are saying na, ki how to find genuine mentors. So if you are under the guidance of something and things are not improving, then surely you are not guided properly. So one of the things is that you cannot wait for 1 year to see that acha this guide is good or not. Okay, it can be reflected in your fortnightly or monthly test as well. So you should work on that. And another thing which we must avoid is this FOMO of things. Ki I'm not doing this, he is doing. It is there. It will be there. It used to happen with me as well. But we need to have confidence on whatever we are doing, right? And third thing I can say is that it's good. It's best to have a good peer. It's good to have no peer, but it's worst to have a bad peer.
True, true,
So
true.
I think that should be the case.
Okay. No, most of the students actually, they listen something and they go for the particular book. They go for another resource. They change their resources continuously. So, was there something that a resource list would you like to tell us that you actually followed, or not the entire list, maybe some, valuable additions that you would like to tell the students?
Sure. Actually, no, this thing is already like it's quite prevalent in market now. Ki we need not to follow many resources, right? But it also don't mean that any single resource is complete. That's not the case. So what's the solution is that you take a basic resource, you complete it thoroughly. And when I say thoroughly, it means that the content of that book it should be on your fingertips. Now, if you go to some other resource, now other resource do not mean another book. It can mean solution of test series. It can mean a documentary which you are watching. So just add those extra points to your basic sources. So your content is getting dense. At the same time, you're not multiplying your resources. Why people say not multiply is not the reason that more knowledge will kill you. They just avoid it because if you have more resources, you won't be able to revise it much number of times. But if you are like adding quality to your basic resource through multiple sources, you still have the same resource. You just need to revise that thing. So I think that becomes easy. So this can be done.
Okay. Have you used AI in your preparation?
Actually started. I used ChatGPT initially, but since I was sometimes it gave me wrong answers, so I just developed trust issues with it. So I don't trust it. I don't know. Maybe new models might be more reliable. So I used to use it for anthropology answers. So I used to ask, give me some quote of, say, for example, some thinker on this particular topic. So I used to think a quote by the name of X, but it had originally been told by. So it's a like immense blunt wrong thing. So I didn't trust it much.
Books are must, no AI for the exams. So the prelims approach.
Yeah. So I think the strategy lies in firstly is to like complete your syllabus very wisely. Second thing I think is like do a very 360-degree analysis of your PYQs. Now why I'm checking PYQs is for two important things. First is you will be able to develop the art of solving the questions. And secondly, which you will be able to do is to identify the high yielding areas, right? So these things I think can work.
And test series worked for you?
Test series are good. Let me tell you why. First, it will give you new questions to solve. So you will be able to test the skills which you have acquired for PYQ. But to say ki if I am doing 50 test series and will it ensure something, so I don't think it's the right thing.
No, some of the students, what they actually do, they get into the test series and their main focus is like as much as test series they can solve. They run behind the marks. Okay, if somebody gets 70 marks in their test series and they're like, okay, I have not improved or I might improve.
Yes.
So, is this valid?
Ma'am, I do think that first of all, we need to be very clear with our definition of solving a test series. It do not just mean solving 100 questions. When you say solving a test series, it includes first solving those 100 questions. Second, analyze your mistakes, make notes of it. So when you are doing these two steps, then only you say you are solving a test series. And when you will do these things, now I don't think that you will be able to solve 50 or 60 test series. And in that case, I think 10, 20, 30 papers might work.
Okay. Prelims, UPSC, mains, everything. The syllabus is vast.
Yes.
Yes. And then there is current affairs. So, how did you balance that?
I used to have a glance of a newspaper daily. By glance, I mean ki if some article is coming, so obviously I'm not able to cover it. If I have to cover it completely, then I have to make notes out of it. But I was not very regular with it. What I was at regular with is these monthly compilations that I relied. And what good thing I used to do is that ki, say for example, if a article or something got repeats, and in that monthly compilation I have an article on that topic, so I just add whatever more is in that editorial in my same compilation. So I think I completed.
Value addition is must.
Yeah, it's good.
Okay. And what about mains? Same thing.
Yes.
Okay. And so tell me the importance of the answer writing, the presentation in it.
Well, to be very frank, we need to understand from the reverse engineering purpose, right? We need to write answers there. If we are not practicing today, so that day we will be practicing. And we might not be the perfect for the first time we practice it. So the whole purpose is to get better. Now in terms of better what? First, obviously the content, because we get a lot of content from the test series. Secondly, the structuring. We might think if I have the content, I will write the answer. What's this point of structuring and all? But I do think that there's a point. Say for example, they are asking two things like write a short note on X and Y. You know X, you know Y, but you don't know how to link both the things to make an introduction. That thing only will come when you practice a lot of questions, you work on the structuring of those questions. So I think on these particular things, writing is important.
Okay. And so why anthropology now? You have an engineering background.
Yes.
Why anthropology? And you might add, will you actually tell us the resources for anthropology?
Okay. So why anthropology actually is that civil engineering actually is little vast, but I considered it as a solution. But then I also consulted some of my seniors. They were doing anthropology, so they had a little bit understanding of the subject. They asked me if you don't want to go for a technical option, and since I was doing engineering, so there was a lot of technical things. And anthropology at that time seems to be a very rescue thing, very cute subject kind of thing, which I enjoy.
Cute subject.
So that was the thing. And so once I started reading it, I actually enjoyed it. It is something practical which we can observe in our society, and I had been a kind of observer person of society, so I think I can go.
Okay. So your interview preparation, how did you inculcate those IAS like qualities in you? This is actually what I wanted to ask while asking for interview. Those IAS like qualities the board seeks, the interview seeks in a person.
What are IAS like qualities?
IAS like qualities. You don't know IAS like qualities?
No. Continue the question.
Okay, IAS like qualities like the thing that you like, how good officer you are like there.
Well, I don't know how good an officer I am. That will be judged over years. What I can do, what I can tell is what I did in my interview preparation, right? So actually, I followed multiple programs of various coachings, their interview guidance programs. I kept a keen watch on current affairs. Like I was following two newspapers daily. And apart from it, I had a peer group with whom I practiced this speaking and articulation and expressions as well. These things matters. So this had been my preparation.
Okay, sir. And what about that pressure handling when you get into the room?
Yes.
There is board in front of you.
Yes.
How did you own the room and the pressure of saying no?
Well, to be very frank, yes, this is a very hard feeling to say no. But what is even harder is to say a wrong answer. I just thought in this line of thought. But the reality is that it's not that easy to implement. We always try to seek something out of somewhere so as to justify that I'm the good candidate. But it's not the case. I tried this in mock interviews. Over the time, like by the last time I was there, I will try to represent me in my natural form. I won't, kind of make artificiality. So yes, there were some questions which I have to say no. I said no, and I think regarding the question how did I own the room, I just went with this confidence that I will try the best version of myself. I won't artificiate me, but I will like present the best version of me, and that's just my thought process at that point of time. Being genuine, and you can say no. Yes. 2 points to be noted. Okay. And so, before we end this interview of yours, sure. So describe yourself, your journey. Describe your journey in one line. How would you describe it? I think it's mix of. I think it's exactly sine curve, just ups and downs, ups and downs. How Kalama has helped you? Like I got associated with them during the interview preparation. I was part of their replica. I also read from their magazine of the state which they have prepared. And apart from it, I also got some anecdotes from their essay booklet. Okay. So these things had been part of. Thank you for your insights and experiences. Wish you all the best for your civil services career. Thank you, ma'am, for inviting me and just like providing this opportunity so that many more aspirants can be guided. So I once again thank you and thank you.